Assalamualaikum. So we are from Group 6 KMB1. We are going to present about AKIDAH issues, liberalisms, pluralisms and Syiah. So this presentation is prepared by our members, which we have 10 members. So this is our table of contents. So let's go to the introductions. My name is Syed Imran, Mr. Gali, material number 1190746. So we go to the introduction. Beliefs, AKIDAH and Sufism, Tasawwuf as a basic religions have never been quiet from the discussion of the scholars. This is because these two is important basis of the mankind. In addition, those who accept the correct religions of Islam as revealed by Allah SWT to His Messenger, who is Muhammad SAW. So what is the AKIDAH and Sufism? AKIDAH is a belief, confidence in Allah as a God, and believing in His name as His attribute. Also believe all come from Allah SWT. And Sufism is always described as a form of high morals, atheism, worships, and purely outcome holiness.
Siti BINTI number matrix 1190745. So today I will present to you background of the problem. So we choose liberalism, pluralism and Syiah as the issue related to AKIDAH. So liberal, pluralism and Syiah exist due to weak AKIDAH and or belief in Islam. So what is liberalism? Liberalism is freedom for individual with no restriction or just few restriction. This group has the teaching of ZANIYAT, which is uncertain, and MUHAMAD, containing various possibility. For them, religion is based on reality. So the second is pluralism. Pluralism in religion is the belief that all religions are equal because the belief in each religion is relative. It is wrong for this group to recognize only one true religion. For them, all religions are true. So the last is Syiah teaching, which is familiar with us, which already exists in the crowd in Malaysia. So Syiah teaching is a group that believes that the Prophet has bequeathed his return to be the leader of Muslim Ummah and should unite under the Imam. They are the group that glorifies Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu and considers him to be the successor of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as the Khalifah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is MUHAMAD di ZAKWAN bin Muhammad SALLEH, matric number 1190739. So we proceed to the liberalism and pluralism. For the relationship between both of these, as we can see, liberalism is a philosophy that places individual freedom as the highest political value. This liberal problem did not only appear in Christianity, but it is a fact Muslims who wanted individual freedom and rejected the bonds of Islam in aspects of life. So pluralism says that every religion in this world has its truth because it leads to the same God but different ways of doing good deeds. So in the perspective of AKIDAH, among the harmful effects of liberalism and pluralism on the Islamic faith, for the first one is it will negatively affect Islam's purity. Second, it will lead to error and confusion from the point of view of the Islamic communities, understanding and thinking towards Islam itself. Finally, it will subtly divert Muslim from the true path of Islam. Next.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad bin ABDUL. My main number is 1190734. So for the dalil from Quran about liberalism and pluralism, A'udzubillahi minasyaitonirrajim. Fastamsiku billazi uhiya ilaik innaka ala siratim mustaqim. Al-Zuhruf verse 43, meaning, so hold firmly to what has been revealed to you, O Prophet Muhammad. You are truly on the straight path. So most of the liberals interpret the verse of the Quran using their common sense, which caused them to go astray. But however, adhere to Islamic teaching based on the Quran and As-Sunnah, they are on the right path. So liberalism and pluralism case in Malaysia, there are two party, which is Gerakan G25 and Gerakan Interfaith Commission. For the Gerakan G25, example case is abolish the punishment of Kalwan and repeal of Sharia law. For the other party, they are making a memorandum about a child born to Muslim parent does not necessarily mean that they become a Muslim.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Syed. I'm going to present about fact existence of liberalism and pluralism. First, the existence of liberalism and pluralism in Malaysia is largely influenced by the development of liberalism in Indonesia. It spread through media such as book, magazine, article. For example, Women Jurisprudence 2001 and Islam and Pluralism 2006 is the title of the book that was published that helped promote liberalism. Next, through hearsay religious teaching. For example, Arifin Muhammad, also known as SYAFIQ. By his hearsay teaching liberalism and pluralism spread in Malaysia. Lastly, dissemination through non-government organisation such as Rotary Club and Sisters in Islam. This NGO help promote liberalism and pluralism in Malaysia. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is NURUL ASYIQYN binti Abdul Aziz. My metric number is 1190740. Okay, I would like to present about Syiah teaching. Firstly, Syiah origin. According to Islamic law, Syiah means those who consider that Sayyidina Ali bin Abi Talib radhiyallahu anhu is more eligible and more significant than the companions to control the reins of authority. Initially, the Syiah group broke apart from Islam. It is caused by political concern. Next is AKIDAH. Syiah belief and teaching contradict and deviate from the belief and teaching of Sunnah wal Jama'ah and become the threat to unity of the Ummah. Deviation from the point of view of Aqidah by equating Sayyidina Ali with Allah. They state that Sayyidina Ali once said he is the first and last, the outer and the inner. This belief is also false. This is because Ali radiallahu anhu never said such a thing. This is a slander and lie that they invented against Ali radiallahu anhu, and it is impossible for him to say such a thing. Okay, that's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Wanur Najwa binti Nasharuddin Al-Azmi, alias Wan Nasharuddin. My metric number is 1190751. In this video, I will be presenting about dalil from Quran about Syiah teachings and Syiah case in Malaysia. Qala Allah Ta'ala fil Quranul Karim, a'udzubillahi minasyaitonir rajim. Allah khaliqu kulli syai'in wa huwa ala kulli syai'in wakil, which means Allah is the creator of all things and he is the maintainer of everything. Surah Az-Zumar verse 62. This verse clearly states that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself is the creator of all things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also the one who arranged everything in the heavens and earth. He is almighty and all-knowing over everything. From the Syiah teachings that has occurred, we can see that the Syiah group set the attributes of Ilahiyah divine for their imams. Assigning the nature of God to others other than Allah is an act of shirk, and the group that utters those words are real polytheists. Next is about Syiah case in Malaysia. There are so many examples of Syiah case. One of them is Syiah Dawoodi Bohra. This community in Malaysia has existed more than 150 years ago in Klang. They consist of traders from Bombay, India, and they are still active using the name Persatuan Dawoodi Bohra Muslim Selangor and has 700 followers. They believe that the presence of the reclusive imam is guaranteed by the presence of the Al-Da'i Al-Mutlaq. According to the Selangor State Fatwa Committee in session on December 11, 1982, decided that the Persatuan Dawoodi Bohra Muslim Selangor are Muslims who are not Ahli Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Among of practices in this committee is welcoming the day of Ashura to commemorate the martyrdom of Sayyidina Hussein as a fighter to uphold Islam in Karbala, and preparing a practice guidebook when visiting Al-Da'i Al-Mutlaq tomb, which is loaded with etiquette for visiting Raudat, reading Yasin, Tawassul prayers with the Awliya Al-Da'i Al-Mutlaq, and the like. Besides that, this group does not perform Friday prayers due to the absence of an imam after seclusion. They just did the usual prayer. Next is Syiah Ansar Imam Al-Mahdi. This new Syiah group is also known as supporters of Al-Yamani. This group believing in the addition of 12 executors among the Imam Syiah before the presence of Imam Al-Mahdi. The first Imam Al-Mahdi's executor was Syed Ahmad bin Al-Hasan. The members of this group have been quite active and have successfully recruited 80 members. One of their practices is they include Sayyidina Ali, the Imams, his descendants, Ahmad Al-Hasan Al-Yamani, and the Mahdi in their bay'ah words make it consist of 4 words. They also practice the wrong teaching of prayer, which started with 7 takbir, and while standing, both of their hands are placed on the sides. Not only that, they prostrate on the ground, stones or soil products brought, and after salam there is 3 times takbir. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad AMIRUL ZAMANI bin Muhammad SALLEH, number matric 1190738. I will continue about the factor existence on Syiah teaching. The first is the attraction of the Iranian Revolution. Among them are the attraction of the Iranian Revolution. This teaching continues to grow through the rise of Ayatollah Khomeini. The outbreak of the Iranian Revolution has contributed to the spread the Syiah teaching through the world, include in Malaysia. Second is comparison of studies on domestic resource. The communities began to recognize and get information about the Syiah a little for the sake of the little when media says the newspapers start broadcasting information and comment the Syiah faith. And the third is the attraction to the student who are studying knowledge about religion. The Syiah believe, especially those who cannot hide their identity, they will be more approached for the procession into the Syiah further. Therefore, there are informal Syiah class that exist in those countries to provide a deeper understanding against the Syiah faith. That's all from me. Thank you.
Ismail BALQIS binti SYUKRAN. My metric number is 1100743. So I will continue for the solutions to overcome the liberalism, pluralism and Syiah in Malaysia. The first one in the enforcement of fatwas and laws. Basically, there have been fatwas related to the spread of heresy in Malaysia, but the issued fatwas only explain the legal position of a matter and are not binding to be followed. The extra efforts and initiatives should be carried out by each state authority. They should print and distribute the collection of fatwas that are available for viewing, reading and knowledge of the public. The second one is efforts in restoring AKIDAH. Send the prosecution to an Islamic guidance center as a mandatory sentence not exceeding 6 months of lieu in ordinary imprisonment. The efforts in restoring AKIDAH should be carried out directly in the prison by assigning existing religious officials. The last one is the role of JAKIM. As we know, JAKIM is the central agency that is responsible for the development and progress of Islam in Malaysia. They should be more firm and clear about the problem of heresy in Malaysia. Efforts in the improvement of the law and their role in spreading awareness should be increased.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Imran bin Muhammad AZRI and my metric number is 1190737. So in conclusion, there are different views on the compatibility of liberalism with Islam. Scholars argue that liberalism is incompatible with Islam and that it represents a Western ideology and it is incompatible with the values and tradition of Islam. It is important to recognize that Islam is a complex and diverse religion and that there are many different interpretations and approaches to Islam within the Muslim world.